Thank you for watching Inspire Math videos. Today, we're going to study what exponents and factorials are. Let's talk about exponents first. An exponent is an expression of multiplication. For example, a big 9 and a small 5 at upper right-hand corner means the big number 9 is a base and the small number 5 is an exponent. We call it 9 to the power of 5. This means multiply 9 5 times. Next example, 7 and a small 2. We call it 7 to the power of 2, or 7 squared. This means multiply 7 2 times. So it is 7 times 7, which is 49. The next example, 2 and a small 3. We call it 2 to the power of 3, or 2 cubed. This means multiply 2 3 times. So it is equal to 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. The next example, 3 and a small 4. We call it 3 to the power of 4. This means multiply 3 4 times. So it is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. When we have an exponent whose base is 10, it is called a power of 10. For example, 10 and a small 2. We read it as 10 to the power of 2, or 10 squared. This means multiply 10 2 times. So it is equal to 10 times 10, which is 100. Next example, 10 and a small 3. We call it 10 to the power of 3, or 10 cubed. This means multiply 10 3 times. So it is equal to 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1000. Next example, 10 and a small 5. We call it 10 to the power of 5. This means multiply 10 5 times. So it is equal to 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which is 100,000. Let's review the results. 10 squared has an exponent 2. The answer is 1 and 2 zeros. 10 cubed has an exponent 3. The answer is 1 and 3 zeros. 10 to the power of 5 has an exponent 5. So the answer is 1 and 5 zeros. Let's talk about factorials next. A factorial is also an expression of multiplication. For example, 2 and the exclamation mark. We call it 2 factorial. This means 2 times up to 1. So it is 2 times 1, which is 2. Next example, 4 and the exclamation mark. We call it 4 factorial. This means 4 times up to 1. So it is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. Next example is 5 factorial. This means 5 times up to 1. So it is equal to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Since this is all multiplication, we can multiply 5 by 2, which is 10. 4 times 3 is 12. Times by 1 is just the same. So the answer is 120. Let's try some questions. First question, 2 to the power of 5. This means multiply 2 5 times. So it is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Since this is all multiplication, we can multiply 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now do 8 times 4, which is 32. The next question is 4 cubed, or 4 to the power of 3. This means multiply 4 3 times. So it is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. The last question is 6 factorial. This means 6 times up to 1. So it is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Since this is all multiplication, we can multiply 5 by 2, which is 10. 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 12 is 72, and 72 times 10 is 720. Times by 1 is just the same, so the answer is 720. Let's summarize today's lesson. An exponent is an expression of multiplication. For example, 2 to the power of 5. This means multiply 2 5 times. So it is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Power of 10 is an exponent with its base 10. Factorial is also an expression of multiplication. For example, 6 factorial. This means 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 up to 1. Here are some challenge questions. Try them out. Sample solutions are linked under the video. Hope you can solve them. Thank you for watching Inspire Math videos. Please subscribe if you'd like to join our Inspire Math tutoring community. There are some related videos linked below. Thank you and have a good one.